question for you. Because it's Christmas time, a lot of people have presents or are starting to put presents under the Christmas tree. What shape is a lot of those presents? Is it a circle? Is it a triangle? No, a lot of times they're in a square or in a rectangle because those presents are usually wrapped in what? Yes, wrapping paper, but underneath the wrapping paper is a box. So when it comes to Christmas Day, you're about to be opening all kinds of really cool shaped boxes. And I mean, as a kid, I like to put boxes when I unwrapped it under a Christmas tree. And I'm sure maybe some of you guys like to play with boxes too. So I thought today it would be a great time to do a box themed story time as we prepare to get closer and closer to Christmas. So before we get to that, of course, I want you guys to stand up and we're gonna sing and dance our hello song, okay?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet?
Good job. Now, of course, because our theme today is boxes, we're now going to learn how to say the word box in 2 different languages. And I think you guys know what languages these are by this point. It is American Sign Language and it is Spanish. In American Sign Language, because once again, if you can't hear with your ears, you talk with your hands. To say the word box, we're going to use 2 hands. Put both your hands like this in front of you, kind of one on top of the other a little bit, and then open your hands to the side like this. This kind of like opening a barn door. So like this, and then like this. This is how you say the word box in American Sign Language. In Spanish, the word box is very simple. Caja. Can you say that with me? Say caja. Good job. Let's go on to our first story. For our first story, we are going to read Not a Box, written by Antoinette Portis. Honestly, this is one of my favorites, and I can tell you all kinds of fun things you can do with boxes. Are you sitting in a box? Is the rabbit sitting in a box? It's not a box. It's what is it? A race car. Good job. He's not in a box. He's in a race car. What are you doing on top of that box? What do you think the rabbit is doing on top of the box? It's not a box. It's a mountain. He climbed Mount Everest, or actually Rabbit Peak. Good job, Rabbit. Why are you squirting a box? Why do you think he's squirting a box? I said it's not a box. What is it? Very good. It's a burning building and he's a firefighter. Very good. Now you're wearing a box? Why is he wearing a box? This is not a box. What is it? Very good. It's a robot. Wow. He's a robot. Are you still standing around in that box? Silly rabbit, why is he standing around in a box? It's not a box. What is it? Let's see here. Here the box is a pirate ship. Here it's a hot air balloon. Here it's a, very good, it's a seat on top of an elephant. And here it's a boat. Wow. Who knew you could do so many things with a box? Well, what is it then? What do you guys think it is? It's mine, not a box. And here the box is in a spaceship going off into space. That is so exciting. The end. And before you get too comfortable listening to stories, I want you to stand up and we are going to do a fun action rhyme together where we're going to pretend to be toys coming out of boxes, okay? So, first, I like to be a jumping star and I like to jump right out of the box, jump out of the box. I also like to be a rocking horse and I like to rock and rock and rock. Can you rock back and forth? I like to be a spinning top and spin around and around and around. And I like to be a rubber ball and jump right to the ground. Good job. You want to do it one more time? Okay. I like to be a jumping jack and jump right out of the box. Jump out of the box. I like to be a rocking horse and rock and rock and rock. I like to be a spinning top and spin around and around and around. And I like to be a rubber ball and jump right to the ground. Good job. Let's go on to our next story. For our next story, we're going to read My Book Box by Will Hillenbrand. Just like with Not a Box, this book is also going to show us all the fun things we can do with boxes. Well, maybe, if I can turn the page. What can I do with a box? What can you do with a box? I don't know. I can make a bug box. Look, catching bugs. Or a pizza box. Yum. Or a pasta box. Even better. Or a hat box. Look at the beautiful hats. Or a sock box full of stinky, dirty socks. Ew. Or a toy box. Or a hide and seek box. What a genius way. Go play hide and seek with your boxes. Or a book box. Great idea. Look, he's filling the box with books. Then I can have a book box at breakfast. In the bathroom. On an airplane. I can play games with my book box. Travel with my book box. Look, turn this book box into a car with wheels on it. Rest with my book box. Look at there in the tree. Take off with my book box in a rocket ship. I can even have a book box lunch with a friend. That sounds like a great idea. My book box is my treasure box. It has everything I need. I love to share my book box. Aww, look at them reading books together. But I especially love my book box at bedtime. It helps me to have sweet dreams. The end. So, how about this year for Christmas, when you open up a box, you can fill it with all of your special favorite books, and you can have your very own book box too. Now, in honor of today's story time, I have found a box where something is hid. I wonder what could be hidden in there. What could it be? Yes, without a doubt, it's a rabbit. Let it come out. Wait, is that a rabbit? It doesn't look like a rabbit. I mean, it has ears, but not big ears like rabbits. I mean, it has big ears, but not as tall as rabbits. And I don't think rabbits have trunks. Do you? If it's not a rabbit, what is it? It's an elephant. Yes, an elephant was in there. But I'm sure I saw a rabbit. Yes, I think there's a rabbit in there. So, could it be, without a doubt, is there a rabbit in this box? Let's find out and let it come out. What animal is this? Is that a rabbit? It has long ears and it has big feet for bouncing. But I don't think rabbits have pouches, and I don't think rabbits have such long tails. I think this is actually a kangaroo. Good job. It's a kangaroo, not a rabbit. Let's try this again. I believe this rabbit hidden in there, and without a doubt, let it come out. Whoa, this is definitely not a rabbit. What is it? It's long and it rattles. It has a long tongue. It's a snake. Snake. This is not what we want out of our magic box. Okay, let's try this again. I got this. I know I do. There's a rabbit inside this box. Let it come out. Whoa. What animal is this? It's furry. Rabbits don't have 4 legs like this animal, and they certainly do not have horns. Or I guess in this case, antlers. What animal is this? It's a moose. Good job. It's a moose, not a rabbit. Okay. There's a magic box here. Could it be? Why, yes. Let the magic rabbit come out. Is this a rabbit? I don't think rabbits have flippers for tail, for feet. Do you? I mean, it's nice and soft, but I don't think rabbits are very long and shaped like this. Do you think they're shaped like this? No, this is not a rabbit. It's a seal. Okay. I got this. I do. There's a rabbit inside this box, so let it come out. Now this looks like a rabbit. We have the long ears, we have the whiskers, we have the cute little nose, we have the right paws, we have the furriness of it all. Why, yes, I do believe that we have our rabbit. I told you I could do it. Good job. Now before we get on to our next story, I have one more rhyme for you. This is about an animal who lives in a box. So I want you to put your fingers together like this, because this is our turtle. Once there was a turtle. He lived in a box. He swam in the water, and he climbed on the rocks. He snapped at a mosquito, and he snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow, and he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito. He caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. Let's do it one more time. So once I had a turtle. He lived in a box. He swam in the water and he climbed on the rocks. He snapped at a mosquito and he snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow and he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito. He caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. Let's go on to our last story. For our last story, we're going to read Sitting in My Book Box by D. Lilligard and pictures by John Agee. So far, we've talked about the different ways we can use a box to have fun and use our imaginations with it. But now, we're going to talk about what happens when all kinds of animals decide to invade our box. Oh no, what is going to happen? You have this boy with a box right there. Now he's climbing into the box. Sitting in my box. What's he doing? He's reading a book. Very good. A tall giraffe knocks. Let me in, let me in. So I move over. The giraffe is getting in his box. Sitting in my box, an old gray elephant knocks. Let me in, let me in. So we both move over. Oh goodness, how is an elephant going to fit into a box? Alongside a giraffe. Sitting in my box, a big baboon knocks. Let me in, let me in. So we all move over. Sitting in my box, a grumpy lion knocks. Let me in, let me in. So we all move over. Goodness. We have an elephant, we have a giraffe, we have a baboon, and now we have a lion, all inside one box. Sitting in my box, a hippopotamus knocks. Let me in, let me in. So we all move over. Good grief, that's so many animals. Standing in my box, there's no room to sit. Wait a minute, this box has too much in it. Yes, it does. So you have an elephant, we have a giraffe, a baboon, a lion, and hippopotamus. Goodness. Someone has to go. Not me, not me, not me, not me, and definitely not me. Sitting in my box, along comes a flea. A flea never knocks. He jumps right in. I don't even know if there's room for a flea in there. He bites the hippo and the grumpy lion. Oh no. He bites the baboon and the old gray elephant. And he bites the tall giraffe. Clearly, these animals are not liking this flea. Well, I'm having issues turning the pages, so hopefully, there it goes. That's why I'm sitting in my book box. Just me. The end. Before we finish today's story time, I have a story for you. This is a story about the time where I wanted the perfect pet. It couldn't be just any animal, it had to be perfect for being cuddly and sweet and playful and everything I wanted. So, what better way to find a perfect pet than to write the zoo and ask them to send me a pet, right? Well, the zoo definitely replied. And the zoo first sent me a very heavy animal. And when I looked inside the box, it was what animal is that? It's an elephant. But this elephant was too heavy, so I sent him back. So then the zoo sent me another animal, and this animal was super tall. I couldn't even fit him inside my bedroom. What animal is this? It's a giraffe. And how can you cuddle with a giraffe if he can't even fit inside your bedroom? So I sent him back. Next, the zoo sent me an animal that would cuddle, yes, but he was also very fierce because he roared super loud in the mornings. What animal is this? It's a lion. But because he was too fierce and he was scaring the neighborhood animals, I sent him back. Next, they sent me an animal that wasn't too fierce. It was still tall, big in my bedroom, but it wasn't too heavy. But there was a problem with it. What animal is this? It's a camel. Camels tend to spit when they get grumpy, and this camel was really grumpy. So I sent him back. Next, they sent me a much smaller animal, but it wasn't a cuddly animal. In fact, what animal is this? It's a snake. No way do I want to cuddle with a snake. It was too scary. So I sent him back. So next, they sent me an animal that wasn't quite as scary. And he was definitely playful because he liked to jump around and liked to swing from the ceiling fan. And he likes to go outside and swing from all the trees. He loved bananas. So those are all good things. But because he was always jumping and swinging on things, my room was a mess. This animal, which is very good, it's a monkey. This animal is just too naughty. So I sent him back. Next, they sent me an animal that was still playful and still liked to jump around, but because he was smaller, he couldn't be quite as naughty. But even so, who really wants to play around with a frog all the time? I didn't want a frog, so I sent him back. So last but not least, the zoo, needing to find one more animal to send me and hoping I wouldn't send it back, decided to send me an animal that was playful, that was furry and cuddly, that wasn't slithery like a snake or naughty like a monkey, and it wasn't too grumpy like a camel, or too fierce like a lion, or too tall like a giraffe, or too heavy like an elephant. They sent me what is this? It's a puppy, and he was perfect. So I kept him. And if you like that story about the animals coming out of the boxes, then you should check out the story that this is based off of. It's called Dear Zoo by Rod Campbell, and it is definitely available at the library for you to check out. Thank you so much for joining me for today's story time. I hope you had so much fun seeing all the imagination that you can do with boxes. Let's see, based on our book from Not a Box and the other two stories we read, we can pretend to have all kinds of animals in our box. We can pretend that our box is Mount Everest. We can pretend it's a pirate ship. We can pretend it's our special book box and we go on all kinds of adventures with it. We can do all kinds of stuff with boxes. It's amazing. We even got to pull out special animals out of a box, and we got to talk about a turtle who lives in a box, and talk about all the animals from the zoo. They send us animals in boxes. I think today's story time was awesome. But now it's time for us to go. So let's go ahead, stand up, and do our goodbye song together. So I think it's time we've got to go. So wave your elbows and wave your toes. Wave your tongue. Wave your nose, wave your knees, and wave your lips. Blow me a kiss with your fingertips. Mwah. Wave your ears and wave your hair. Wave your hips and wave your derriere. Wave your fingers way up high and wave a hand to say goodbye. Bye everyone. I hope you guys have a great holidays and I hope to see you again live very soon.